I walked away from the Democratic Party after being a registered Democrat for over a decade. I was an activist on the left for like 20 years, and I was raised a Democrat. But I walked away because I realized that the modern Democratic Party does not reflect the values of liberals anymore, or certainly doesn't reflect any common sense values, not in my opinion. But a lot of the reasons why myself and other liberal-leaning individuals voted for Barack Obama were because a lot of his policies and ideas. And those same policies and ideas are now demonized by the Democratic Party. For example, Barack Obama was very strict on our border. He deported the crap out of people. He implemented travel bans from certain countries for we all know what reason, right? And most of us liberals, we were like, hey, dude, you're doing a really good job. But then fast forward a few years.
Yes, I came across this video recently. Senator Mike Lee just put leftist actress in her place after she attacked Safe American Act with lies. She's mistaken. I don't know if you've seen that video. First, take a look at this before we go into the full analysis of this
act. If that passes, all the married women that have changed their names are going to have to go to the registrar and prove that they are who they are. When you get to the voting booth in November, you might be disqualified because your name doesn't, on your birth certificate, doesn't match your name on the voting rolls. So everybody has to get... And this is such a pain in the neck because you have to go, but do it, because otherwise you'll be turned away. And I think that women need to be heard, especially in this moment.
Hoping you can provide a fact check.
Look, that is as fictional as every single movie she's ever starred in. And I have an immense respect for Meryl Street. I think she's a phenomenal actress. She's mistaken there. I don't know who has told her this. I don't know whether she was put up to it. She delivered those lines flawlessly, as she does in all of her movies. But the lines aren't true. The lines are paranoid fantasy. There's not a scintilla of truth to them, Kaylee. Look, the fact is that we make it really easy to vote and hard to cheat under the Save America Act. It couldn't be easier to vote under the Save America Act. And that's why every argument Democrats make against the Save America Act is contrived. You peel it back, it cannot withstand review against the backdrop of what the bill actually says.
You have talked about getting rid of the...
Yes, I don't know what is wrong with these Hollywood influencers. This actress is actually coming out to say this about women. This is coming a day after multimillionaire Jen Fonda begs her fans to donate to her organization to stop the bad guys. At some point when I look at that video, I had to like, what is this? Watching Gavin Newsom's wife few hours ago, she struggled to explain to the whole world that the reason Trump fired Pam Bondi is because she's a woman. Trump has a woman problem. I don't know. This woman alone will single-handedly make Gavin Newsom to lose the elections. I'm serious about what I'm talking about. The kind of videos she's putting out. Recently, she just want to pop up on social media. I don't know, maybe it's because of the elections or what exactly.
Trust me, I'm not a fan of Pam Bondi nor Kristi Noem. But I need to call out that it's no surprise to me that the first two prominent people pushed out of this administration were women. Let me explain. The conservative women that Trump handpicks, who align themselves with an agenda that controls women, restricting our rights, limiting our autonomy, and pushing us back into this straitjacket of femininity that is only in service of men. There's a familiar pattern here. Women are brought in, packaged Mar-a-Lago style, and lifted up as long as they commit to wholeheartedly serve the interests of the patriarch at the top. Now, it looks like power, or proximity to power with a big title, but it never comes with job security and protection. There's no secure place inside this hand-picked patriarchal body that systemically disrespects, devalues, and discriminates against women and girls. And this is where complicity comes in. Because when you align yourself with that value system, with a leader who has publicly devalued women, degraded them, and been found liable of abusing women, well, guess what? You're going to be the first to go. So while you're in a perceived position of power in this system that regularly diminishes and devalues other women, even if you help sustain and uplift this system, your power is only temporary. And ultimately, they will come for you. That's the unfortunate truth for all women. No woman is safe in Trump's Republican Party unless she has enough wealth or the ability to buy her own job security and safety. And so, my friends, regardless of your political affiliation, you might want to wake up and see this for what it truly is. It's a war on all women.
Quick question. What would you give to stop this? To stop the horror ISIS inflicting in our communities? To stop the threats on our election process and the free press? To stop the planet from burning before our very eyes? These days, I know I'm not the only one whose jaw is dropping constantly at the chaos all around us. But through it all, I'm asking myself the question, what more can I do? Well, here's one thing. You can join me in powering my Climate PAC's work with a contribution today. You see, the reason that I started Jane PAC is to elect more champions.
Rather than highlighting their record of accomplishment, they appear to be playing the feminist card. This may be because they lack meaningful achievement in California to run on. Meanwhile, her husband suffered from a severe case of TDS, and Democrats as a whole seems to be unable to campaign on substantive accomplishment, resulting instead to identity-based rioting. This is someone replying to this lady. Another man wrote, if a woman is fired from a job she did poorly, couldn't it only be because she was hired and at least given the job in the first place? All Democrats do is gaslight and brainwash. Trump is sexist, but never mind the fact that he gave these women opportunities that could have gone to men to begin with. Democrats will never fire someone who was performing poorly either. They are full of excuses and criticism, but not much of anything else. Certainly not competence, accountability, nor honesty. If you look through all the administrations, you will not see them doing this. If you are not competent or you're not doing your job well, they'll replace you with someone that is good enough, right? And if you look at the way Trump removed Pam Bondi, Trump was very polite. She gave her a different job. Very simple as that. When these women were pulled, I did not see this kind of talks everywhere on social media. Now, because they are being removed, someone is coming to tell us this. It is actually embarrassing. Looking at this other lady, Jane Fonda, is a multimillionaire, now want to extract money from people's pocket in the name of putting up good leaders and fighting the war is burning. When I look at these people, sometimes it really bothers me because it's like they're way us. They're way people. Like, it get crazy every single day. Go out the next day, do activism. The next, you are asking for money. This lady is rich enough to sponsor all this. I'm going to end here. I want to appreciate people supporting, sharing out the videos. God bless you abundantly. As of the short clips at the end, that is for the white girl. You call whiskey.
I want to begin tonight.
Need Trump's help?
Yes, he do. Do you want?
What? Well, also,
What is this? My 600-pound?
yeah, and
that Trump laid in the State of the Union address.
To get here. Trump! Go Trump! Hey, Murphy, you're scumbag. Thanks, man.
Our chamber is chanting USA. Philip.
He utilized almost like these game show type moments where you're seeing awards being presented.
Just so and did not shake her hand there.
Here's the video. He shook everyone's hand. Everyone. Here's the Chief Justice. All of them got their hands shaken. to the point where they had to come back on the air and say this in Stop 33.
But we should point out as he walks in, he's pretty close to the justices again as he comes.
Other than illegal on either of those two, I think they took his bait.
Can take away from the joyous moment as all Americans. And why are they putting a medal?
Oh, he's already under scrutiny for 1,000 reasons. Carol posted this on X.
Job.
I get suspicious when any
person's home. It's very easy to.
This is for the people in the United States who are terrorized and scared today.
The country's in such emotional turmoil.
And Republicans on both sides. You're
so amazing. And wasn't it so great?
When it can be hard to hope.
Hey, girl.
also, there's like magical thinking that all of a sudden